Shalom. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and respect and honor to all you brothers out there in the battlefield pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Okay? Brother Shammai Sabal. Okay? And I want to give quick, small little lesson on a verse that King David spoke on. I'm going to start with Psalms 120. The theme of this is, woe that I dwell in Meshec and Kedar. Okay? Psalms 119. Psalms 120, verse 5. Woe is me that I sojourn in Meshec, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. Okay? And we could use that spiritually. And now when it says, woe is me that I sojourn in Meshec, okay, and that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. Now when you go to the research of the tents of Kedar, that's the Arabs. That's the Arabs. And let me prove that. Genesis 25:13. Genesis 25:13. And it says, and these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, Kedar, and Abel, and Mibshan. Okay, that's just to the point. All right, and the reason why I said that they lived in black hair tents and they dwelt in tents of Kedar. Okay, so that's what that means. But I want to stay focused on, woe is me that I sojourn in Meshec, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar, right? Because King David, he wasn't actually living in that country. You know what I'm saying? That was symbolic talk. That he was surrounded by people that was doing that was contrary to the Most High. So they was contrary to the Most High. It was contrary to the Most High, and he was surrounded by them. And keep him remember too that Saul was trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? So he had to run. He had to go to different places to hide out. You know what I'm saying? But it says, woe that I dwell in Meshec. Woe to me that I dwell in Meshec and Kedar. Now, the reason why I want to put emphasis on that, because that's the brothers today. You know what I'm saying? When we out in the battlefield, on the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying? We saying, woe, that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. Spiritually, that we dwell around people that's contrary to the Most High, that don't like the Most High precepts. You know what I'm saying? His laws and statutes and commandments. You know what I'm saying? So we can use that as well. Woe that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. You know what I'm saying? Because when we prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, we unhappy here. You know what I'm saying? We're surrounded by people that's dealing with foul, mindless matter, things that is contrary to the Most High. Okay? And we're preaching the kingdom, the downfall of this kingdom, because we're not happy here. Now, now the next scripture I want to get is Psalms 12:3. Psalms chapter 12, verse 3. Psalms chapter 12, verse 3. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speak proud things. Okay, well, let's bring that up today. Who's speaking proud things? First and foremost, we're talking about the wicked. We're talking about Esau. And joining under that tail of Esau is the nations. Okay? So it says, the Lord shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speak proud things. Because Esau speaks proud things. Okay? Read on. And then it says, verse 4, who have said with our tongue, we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Now, our people doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And how are we doing the same thing when we um connect with the philosophy of the things of this world? Okay, when we follow the things of this world, when we follow all their customs, okay, because this is the only true cult that you should have. And the cult doesn't mean, it just means worship. If we got the true worship, who's our true worship? Our power, and it's the only power, the supreme being power over all other those deity gods. His name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. Okay, and then it says, verse 5, for the oppression of the poor. Okay, who's the poor? The nation of Israel. Okay, last one hired, first one fired. All those curses apply on all of us around the world. Okay, because when we came to the society, we came here, we came to this, to the society, meaning when we was brought into slavery, you know what I'm saying? We was here to serve as a punishment. So we don't have no respite here. We're the oppressed. Okay? All of our people in the world, all around the world, is in that condition of being oppressed. Okay? And then it says, for the sign of the needy, we are the needy as well. Now will I rise, says the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puff at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, right? And that's what we're prophesying to the people. The words of the Lord are pure. This is the only way to keep your sanity while you're here. Okay? And it says, it says, as silver is tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times, right? So this word is purifying us, our spirits. You know what I'm saying? Because we getting ready for a new switch, a swift change. Okay? It's going to be a change. We're going to be on the top. We're going to be as the rulers. And all these, the blessing that was supposed to be on us in Deuteronomy chapter 28, we're going to see it. But it's going to be even supersede that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it's going to be far beyond our imaginable. We can't even imagine the blessings that we're going to get. Remember, it says that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the world thereof. So it's just going to be a shift change. That's all, a shift change. That's the word I was looking for. Okay? Now we're going to get Psalms 119, 20, Psalms 119, 29. Psalms 119, 29. Remove from me the way of lying and grant me the law graciously. I have chosen the way of truth. Thy judgments have I laid before me. And that's what we should be doing. And that's what we are doing to the best of our ability when we're in the battlefield. We're preaching the precepts, the Lord's statute and commandment. What did the Most High say? To the Lord's statute and commandments. If they preach not according to this, there is no light in them. Okay? So if they're not coming with the precepts of the Most High and they into another deity, you know what I'm saying? There's no light in them. So that's why we out there preaching on the battlefield. Woe to me. Woe to us that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. Okay? Meaning to be cut off from the Most High. Okay? I have stuck unto thy testimonies, O Lord. Put me not to shame. Okay? And then the next one is Revelation 22:15. Revelations 22:15. It says, I'm going to start at 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates in the city. That's the straight gate. Because that's the only way you could get into this is through the straight gate. There's no other path but the path of destruction. And the straight gate is so narrow that only one man can walk through it at a time. Okay? One side is the fire, the other side is deep waters. Okay? So if you lean to the right, You're going to get burnt by the fire. You read to the left, you're going to drown by the water. It's the straight gate. These laws, statutes, commandments are the straight gate. It's purifying us 7 times. Okay? We got to get right with the Most High. Okay? It says, blessed are they that do this commandment, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through it, through the gates in the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever love and make a lie. Right, so you doing the flattering tongue, you know what I'm saying, following the things of this world, you know what I'm saying, being part of these things of the world, their philosophy and all the things that's surrounded by it. Learn not the way of the heathen. Okay? And then a lot of us say that, oh, we think we say we love the Most High, we serve the Most High, we have a zeal, you know what I'm saying, but not according to knowledge. What does the scripture say, Hosea 4:6? Our people are the let me get that. Hosea 4:6. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. What is knowledge? The knowledge is from this book. Not the knowledge of this world, because the knowledge of this world can't even stand up to the knowledge of this book, of the knowledge of Yahweh's word. Okay? It's no comparison. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Right. So that's why we in this condition we are in. Woe that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we caught up in this time is because it was a punishment for us. So come back to the law, statute, commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High is telling the prophets on the street to do. Okay? We're giving you this gospel. We're trying to call you in, the elect, first and foremost, to hear this word. So we could go back home. Okay? Which is Jerusalem, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on earth. You know what I'm saying? For the elect, first and foremost. Then on the other side, all Israel is going to be saved. Okay? That's the good news. So that's what we're prophesying. The downfall of this kingdom. Woe that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. You know what I'm saying? We're surrounded by these heathen gods. We're surrounded by our own people that's our coons. You know what I'm saying? We're surrounded by devil worship. You know what I'm saying? Which is the nation's gods. Woe that we dwell in Meshec and Kedar. It's Brother Shimon. To the point, I hope you was edified. Shalom.